Honeybee venom kills answer cells. If I get tentacular answer, I'm gonna teabag a honeybee's nest. The first New Yorker to get one of these has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time. The world's first flying car has been approved and is taking pre-orders at $300,000. This is the worst ducking movie I've ever seen. Oh my god. It's my favorite movie ever. Now I think we should breed and ask our child what they think. What the duck did you just say to me? Imagine being known as the incest streamer. It's not as bad as you might think. You're the guy that ducked the bear. He did ducking what? There you go. People keep saying the reason I don't get Twitch partner is because I sleep with my stuffed animals. Duck it. Enjoy this Lex tape. Alright, I'm going to give this a shot. I want to start woodworking, wood turning, and epoxy projects, but I don't know where to begin. Any recommendations for an LA based mentor or guru? Probably stay away from the woods, mate. Your career just got back on track. What's the worst Lex advice someone has given you? A coworker told me this a long time ago. If you want to know if the girl has a race TD before you have sex with her, just sweat lemon juice on her, catty, and if she screams in pain, then she has an STD. I never believed him. Slex workers of Reddit, who was the grossest customer you've had? A friend of mine used to work at a brothel. She told me about a client, late 40s to mid 50s, who wanted her to wear his actual daughter's clothes and do some father or daughter agent incest play. He claimed it was the only way to satisfy his urges without doing something despicable. His daughter was 14 and he was bringing in her actual clothing. Apparently he was a regular and would call ahead looking for young petite workers who were up for the extreme age play. My friend said she saw him once and was pretty creeped out by the experience, so declined him on further visits. She also said that as far as weird clients go, he was an ideal punter at face value. He was upfront about what he wanted, never pushed any of the girls' limits, and paid whatever they demanded, which unfortunately was not the standard behavior for every John. She did say that it was the most creepy client she had though. I'm pregnant. Having a scan soon to find out if it's a girl or an abortion. Kill all men. Someone jazzed in her shoes and the flies did the rest. Two sides of the internet. No father figure. No mother figure. What about orphans? Ted K. I'm not a Slex worker, but I did run a bar opposite one of Edinburgh's infamous saunas. Sort of legal brothel the police turned a blind eye to. Anyway, the girls used to come into my bar once their shift was over for a well-earned drink, and so I got to know some of them pretty well. Inevitably conversation would turn to their clients' stinks. Two spring to mind. The high court judge who came in to be spanked and be told he needed to be nourished. Not that exciting. But the one I can never forget was the peanut butter man. He would come in the day before with a massive bag of peanuts for his favorite girl and book an appointment the next day where the girl would shut on him and he would smear it all over himself saying I'm the peanut butter man over and over. I could never get that image out of my mind. There is one 4th of July that always sticks out for me. 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal he bought a grenade. He tossed it off a cliff and just he and I saw it. I started calling him dad. The man earned it. That was a dark year for me. Me and my dad were at the Grand Canyon for 4th of July and then, out of nowhere, he just blew up right beside me. She's so much better looking without makeup and all the fillers and shut. Who's gonna tell him? Tell me what? That's a dude. I ducking hate social media. How do you guys feel about the fact that these two characters exist in the same universe? I don't know. Honey? Wrong answer. Okay, so basically sleep in need is heavenly, and if you haven't tried it, you most definitely should. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it is so freeing, and once you go back to close sleeping, it feels really weird. What if a bug crawls up your meat? The duck you mean up. They're called cockroaches for a reason. What's the most ducked up drama from somewhere you've lived? A guy convinced every single family member of his, including the kids and the elderly, that he was possessed by their dead patriarch. The entire family was found dead, hanging from the ceiling like the aerial roots of a tree. An act they all willingly participated in, as some sort of ritual. Netflix has a detailed documentary on the event, and it's a whole lot scarier and creepier than what little I have written. You know it's funny, there's hundreds of porn videos of white girls calling bulk guys the N-word, but I've never seen one of a white guy saying it to a bulk girl. Put me in, coach. Julia Fox shows off a life-sized body bag purse. Only white people can pull this shut. Let a bulk brother pull this. I want to see something. Am I ugly? What are the vibes? And what can I change? You already know the problem, but I see a ton of potential. Certainly not ugly. A literal ton. When you're a 24-year-old piece of shit and you break into the home of your 73-year-old neighbor and threatened him and his wife with a knife and didn't know that he was not only a former boxer but Royal Marine hand-to-hand combat instructor, shit happens. In this case, age does not matter. Which piece of clothing could your partner wear that would instantly turn you on and put you in the mood? Miniskirt. I agree. As soon as this guy's chick puts on a miniskirt, I'm in the mood. I also choose that guy's chick in a miniskirt. I choose the guy in a miniskirt. Hey you. Stop watching Hint please. Double it and give it to the next person. Being quarantined is so boring. Wow. Should I start an OnlyFans? One pandemic at a time please. Not original. Fake. Poor product quality. Poor service by seller. Delivery time below expectation. Hehe. Imagine showing this to someone in the 90s. Where's the World Trade Center? Exact same thought. Adding in Friends to almost anything can make it sound childlike. Stalin and Friends. My mom has legitimately made a Reddit account purely to track my Reddit account. Thoughts? She won't tell me her account name either, so nothing I can do about it. Hey son. What a great mother you are, you/I snack clock of F-boys. Thank you. Hey guys, did you know that animals involved in cases of best ability develop behavioral symptoms eerily similar to victims of CSA? 4/5. So, you're saying I can turn my chicken into a goth girl? Guys, this girl after 5 minutes of chatting with me just sent a bab pic. What do I do? Do not send a nut pic. For the love of God, don't. Exactly. Send a bab pic back instead. We know girls want tall strong men, but guys, what type of girl is a 10/10 for you? Looks wise. Mixed are a hit or miss. Either they are 7/10 or 11/10. Blasians are usually an 11/10. Baby fine as duck. Female, optional. Alive, preferable but optional. Decade, required. I haven't got children of my own, so I've been hanging around outside my local school, asking the kids what they think of meat. Some of the parents have been reacting very bluntly, so it's safe to say there aren't many salt beef fans here, bro. The first New Yorker to get one of these has the opportunity to do the funniest thing of all time. The world's first flying car has been approved and is taking pre-orders at $300,000. For maximum effect, wait until Porsche makes a flying 911. Tagline: Porsche Fire 911, bringing down the towers since 2001. If you were revamping the human body and were to give babs an actual useful function instead of just sex appeal, what would you have them do? I have knee pals. Could you milk me, Greg? We can try. I ducked my hamster to death. Am I a psychopath? Basically I was ducking my hamster, like I usually do, but then I forgot to pull out. The hamster had cram leaking from its eyes and mouth. Then it exploded. I felt no remorse. Am I a psychopath? Is that why they call it shamster.com? What the duck? Lol. Ha ha ha. Shut up and take my upvote. As a visitor, how do you sit? Choose one your position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wish someone would come in my house and sit like 7. An argument over jet skis ended with a 7-year-old boy dead and his grandfather injured in Tampa, Florida. Police line: do not cross. Boy. 7. Shot and killed during Florida jet ski dispute. Grandfather wounded while shielding. Florida. Come for the beaches. Stay cause you're dead. Anyone know how long to cook potatoes for? I usually make shallow cuts on the seam to speed it up. 20 minutes on pre-boiled water or 15 minutes in the microwave. Not sure, but my grandpa took about 5 days to cremate, so probably somewhere around there. Humor me with something dark. You ever heard of reverse exorcism? It's when the devil tells the priest to exit the child's body. I like dark humor, but holy duck. It technically is a holy duck, if you think about it. Oh, I don't want a big fuss of a funeral. I just want to be made into a set of decorative soaps. Imagine scrubbing your asshole with your dad. What a horrible day to be literate. Men will change their beliefs to try and dang you. Mark Normand. There is very little I wouldn't do to snack on some tights. Like unreal levels of down bad, to be honest. Keep up the fantastic work, Spider. Yeah, duck mosquitoes. Don't duck them. Oh god, imagine a mosquito giving Bill a job. He would bite it, and it would itch so much, but you won't be able to scratch it. It would have cost you $0 to not write that. You wake up as Batman. What's the first thing you do? Catwoman. Wondered why my dog wouldn't come when I called him. Then I found this. Caught the dinner. Good boy. I wish we could choose our baby fathers. Someone come tell her before I do, cause it may hurt her feelings. Bro, just work out for a bigger nut. Or just tie one end of a string to a door and the other end to your nut and have someone slam the door. It's not that painful, bro. We are doing a sequel. Night 11. The third impact. I wanted to ask what the second impact was, but then it hit me. Looks like the towers weren't the only one hit. Kowalski. Casualty report. Only 2 passengers unaccounted for, skipper. That's a number I can live with. Good landing, boys. Who says a penguin can't fly? Mine begins with N. So. Nothing but the best house. Nothing but the best car. Nothing but the best stuff. I know one word that starts with N that you can own. I mean, not legally anymore. Not that you would want to, morally. France passes bill to allow police remotely activate phone camera, microphone, spy on people. I live under the assumption that they are always watching anyway. My phone has its camera covered, and my laptop has a googly eye covering the creep hole. Although I'm still on the internet and use a credit card, so it's kinda pointless. That's why I always make eye contact with my webcam. When I finish lacking off, the FBI agent watching me is going to get second-hand post-nut clarity. What animal has a terrible reputation, but in reality, is not bad at all? T-Rex. Never hurt a human before. Barney seems nice. Boy, do I have some news for you. I love you, you love me. Barney gave me HVI. It started with a kiss, and ended on the floor. I got raped by a dinosaur. Not gonna lie, if it was legal, I'd totally have sex with a willing horse. It would be so heat if a horse came up to me and started rubbing his body against mine with a hard clock and dust in his eyes. I'd look back at him with dust in my eyes and start rubbing my body against his. Tesla is a G car. Why? I don't click Tesla. You shouldn't click any car. Will Mark Zuckerberg break into my house if I pirate games? Hi, I've heard reports of Mark Zuckerberg tracing people's Facebook account, breaking into people's houses, and killing them for pirating games. Is it worth the risk? Yes, and he might snack your nut too. The thought of that lizard tongue. Get out of my head. Guess what game I'm playing? I'm currently forcing my bird to have sex with a purple crab, so its child becomes bulk. Ayo, what the duck? Guess the game. I don't know, bro. This is so strange. Pokemon. What Mer doesn't know. We took the batteries out of the controller. Me and my husband both said if we knew that we were going to die, then we'd rip each other's pants off and start tongue twirling the umami void hole until the grundle butter flowed in bounty. Died doing what I love. Hopefully I brought my fanny pack with emergency spaghettius inside as well. Driving is not Fortnite, you can't respawn. But hee haw, I have Totem of Undying. But you cannot stop me from hitting that family of 5 in the Toyota Corolla at 100 miles per hour. My son is 24 and he takes amazing photos. He's taken so many beautiful neat photos of me. I guess insist is a MAGA stink. It's not insist, you weird freak. They're photos. The worst feeling is when your controllers disconnect mid-air. No, it's worse when your controller disconnects in a submarine. Question: how does Kirby taste like? He looks like he is bouncy and rubbery, but he is said to be fluffy and has little hairs. He's very stretchy and stuff. So how would he taste like? LAPD officer Tony McBride shares photos from her wedding with her 120,000 plus followers on IG. The McBride cop family have killed several people by shooting them dead. Make a door shine mandatory. ×3 nuzzles. Pounces on you. My great grandpa's a World War II veteran. He has late stage Alzheimer's, has lost a limb, and hasn't gotten up from his chair for 2 years. When I played this song, however, it inspired him. Something in it resonated with him. He gathered all the strength he could, got up from out of his chair for the first time in 2 years, grabbed his rifle he hasn't touched since the war, and shot himself. Thank you for putting him out of his misery. I have super speed. You have to live your whole life as Hotler. Bro's been waiting his whole life to post this image. Did Cobby make it up to the guy? Not yet, but I'm sure he will. Some people will gladly eat ace, but not the brown part of bananas. When bananas start moaning, they'll get their chance. He has one eye in the crosshair and another one in the minimap. Legend. Since we have the right to life, why don't we have the, right to doubt? It's illegal to destroy government property. I identify as government. You'll owe me taxes. I identify myself as an ambulance, and my pronouns are we or woo, we or woo. Wait, am I a transport now? I identify as a father. I'm transparent. Inheritances are just your loved ones dropping loot when they die. Funny fact, edited. Pulls out sword. Let's see if I can get the 1% drop. You have got 5 minutes before police comes to your house. You need to hide your hard drive with compromising information. Where would you hide it? Post was made 7 minutes ago. OP likely already arrested. I'm liking it in prison so far. I hear taking showers are the best part. Until you dart in one and someone shouts, that sounds like just my size. To people who watched Morbius, what's your favorite part? When he looked at the screen and said it's Morbin time, I literally blew my load everywhere. You're lucky you're not at 4136 W. Dickens Street in Chicago, Illinois right now, otherwise I would have done some things to you at 2:48 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next time you won't be so lucky. Lottery numbers July 2023. Just get the numbers for the rest of the year and wait for the biggest pot. Why wait? Win them all. That's how you get experimented on. Yeah, time police will ripe you. Slex workers of Reddit. Who was the grossest customer you've had? I had a client who scraped the scratch of my panties with a knife, then put the scrapings in his pipe and smoked it. They weren't lying when they said it gets fucking weirder as we go down here. I like my pants this high. Stops the need of a belt. Instead you can use 2 strategically placed knee pal clamps to hold them up. Ducking amateur. I just use my direct knee pals. They start getting pretty floppy and unreliable at his age. Look, not everyone has such precise knee pal control. L15. How does pegging work? I'm currently in Belize, where the local currency, the Belize dollar, is pegged to the US dollar, with 1 Belize dollar always being worth $0 and 50 cents. I also heard that the Guatemalan quetzal was pegged to the dollar in the 20th century, but isn't anymore. How does this work? Does this mean that police dollars are functionally US dollars in the global economy, and there must be implications for how much money a pegged country could print without losing its value? I could use an L15 overview. So the guy is childish? I don't understand why people consider them immature. Everyone has interests as a child that they continue having as an adult, whether it be playing video games, reading comics, liking teen girls, role-playing superheroes, etc. Soaked in rising seawater and seasoned with cookwin and bath salts. Edit. You can also get the deluxe version, which comes with alligator meat and a stuffed crust of moth. Tastes like hindsight and regret. Strange. I had a slice and now all I can taste is this homeless man's face. This guy is the final boss at the end of the Underground Railroad. Hold on, finna shove a caterpillar up my ace. Edit. Didn't work. Now I have gotten 3 lobotomies. Full colon cleanse, no appendix, no balls, no PPC, and probably no butthole, since they fed me radiation to get the caterpillar out. I'm not against canon or any content like that, but one thing I hate is when they are like the rarest item in the game is actually this thing that you physically can't get but does exist technically. Canon. Snack my clock. Gladly. Where? Adolf Hutter is the new coach of AS Monaco. Confirmation in the next few hours. Hope his time in France goes better than last time. So once I was talking with my friend and he asked me what the Iron Star State is. I jokingly said Canada, but he thought I meant it. When I told him I was joking, he didn't believe me. I'm still mad about it, and I get mad every time I see something Canada related. Something Canada related. Well then. If we remove drag from the equation and assume a uniform velocity, this should not be the case. Assume the cow is a sphere. So this is a Wendy's. Assume the cow is a square. Me, passing on the side of the bowl. My sister just wanting to eat her cereal. She continues eating it when you're done. Then she moans lightly and asks you to add some nut to her honey Cheerios. Nutted against the wall so hard a portal opened, and I saw all 100 million of my children. They started reaching out like the arms of hate trying to get a dead person. Just tried it with my nut while peeing. Amazing. Trying it while cramming immediately inseminates anyone in the vicinity. Have fun cleaning your entire bathroom. Par clean schmien. POV. You realize she gets undressed every night for some mother ducker named Char. This hits deeper than Submarine. I can't breathe LMAO, like those billionaires. Smacking things to get them to work has become less and less common. They grow up so fast. OceanGate, the company that owned the submarine that imploded near the Titanic, will be suspending operations. I'm surprised it took this long. I can't imagine how much pressure they were under. This is a classic. Only 40s kids will remember when they played this one for my entire city. I just used my favorite pickup line. Now I'm not saying I've got a big nut, but when I get in direction, there isn't enough scene left on my body to close my eyes. Fails to work every time. I met a dude named Grape. I felt bad for him. What are you talking about? That's a great name. What was his mother's name? Watermelon. When bro hits you, it's called a fruit punch. If we are going off the logic that his family has fruit names, is a family photo considered a fruit bowl or a movie? Fruity Ace dude. I'm sure he's sweet alright. Mother ducker doesn't shower, he's watering himself. When he has kids, he's definitely planting seeds alright. I apologize for my outburst. You've got 3 ingredients and that's it. What are they, and what do you make? 1. peanut butter. 2. Jelly. 3. Bread. I make PBJ smoothie. And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say, I'm just fine. For so long my friend had been trapped inside of a horse, I thought I'd never see him again. Yet regardless, I cared for the horse and went on with my life as usual, hoping that one day perhaps he'd be thankful for what I'd done. So after his daily feeding, I sat down and played this song. After the first 10 seconds, he gave me the most malicious side eye, stood up on his 2 legs, and walked on over. Could it have been him? Has he finally come back to life? Soon, he put one hoof to my shoulder and whispered to my ear, better turn that shut off or we gonna have some problems. Thank you, Dream. Little reminder that Mario is 5 feet 1 inch, meaning that everyone in New Dank is at least 10. Knowing his height makes Goombas infinitely more terrifying. Mosquitoes nowadays be pulling down ya socks to bite you. Like how the duck did this appear on my ankle. Wish they would pull down my pants and. Anonymous said, are you a top or bottom? I'm an experience. Just say bottom. I'm Hannah Montana, and this is Disney Channel. You are an idiot. My dad used to sing this song to me. This brings back so many memories. Why is the zoophile hashtag in bold? Twitter only does that if you intentionally search for something. Not trying to accuse OP of anything. It's just kind of odd. No, finding this content is surprisingly easy. It only took me about 5 minutes to find an actual post of someone's cram on their dog's ace. The actual duck. All he had to was pull up his phone and scroll through his camera gallery. Good damn it, there goes my drink. If you're 28 plus and a man is taking you to Red Lobster as a date, then you need to reevaluate the kind of men you're dating. If you're 28 plus and you're still evaluating men based on where they take you out to eat rather than the quality of time spent, you need to reevaluate your life. This is one of the reasons why men don't date anymore. I'm 85. I'm telling you, I would completely snack a clock for Ed. Hattie, calm down. We know you'd snack that nut for a mediocre egg salad sandwich. What type of porn you refuse to watch and why? Aside from the obvious illegal stuff, I would say the most mainstream porn I refuse to watch is anything involving a gaping anything. The abyss stares back. Sometimes you don't need arts to make sparks fly. Not weird enough considering most Yuri ship involves prey and predator, that is Seal and Schwartz, Scavenger Provence, etc. Now if someone can explain beeswax and cardigan, I'd be happy. Provence, etc. Now if someone. Hidden pens detected. I've scanned through 746,107 comments, approximately 4,140,929 average pen's lengths worth of text, in order to find this secret pen's message. Beep, boop, I'm a bot.